Hello one and all, welcome back to yet another movie review, and this time I shall be reviewing the newest Spider-Man film, and that is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which is once again held by the Lord and Miller guys. You know them, I'm not gonna go into detail with them. And you have the same characters in this, like Miles Morales, and then Spider-Gwen played by Haley Steinfeld, and then you of course have Daniel Kaluuya. Yeah, you have Oscar Isaac, you have Jake Houston as the actual Spider-Man, Peter Parker himself. And this was apparently going to be a two-parter movie. Well, apparently this is just it's the part one basically, but it's just called Across the Spider-Verse. We are getting beyond the Spider-Verse next year, essentially. But on the roll, guys, back in 2018, from watching Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, humongous surprise. Just that movie alone is amazing. It has amazing animation, some of the best animation out there, because it feels like you're watching a comic book being put into a movie, you know, with text, animation, just style. Like, it is one of the most unique, most creative, and coolest superhero movies I've ever seen. So I was really excited for this movie, and I got to tell you guys, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, to say the least, was a whopper. Just, where do I even begin with this? This is probably the best theater experience I've had of this year, possibly ever, if I'm being honest, because this is like a new this is like having Infinity War back and then getting Endgame again next year. That's how I kind of feel like that, but only it's for Spider-Man. And Marvel has actually released some really great stuff lately. You know, Guardians Volume 3, and now this. You know, Marvel now these days has had a very up and down naff situation with their movies, but with this and Guardians 3, they succeed. But this film, bar none. Just, I think this movie's a masterpiece. I think it's a movie that I will show to my kids if I ever get kids. That only depends on time. You know, only time will tell. And along with the first film, obviously, but this is a movie that could be pretty much aimed at anybody, really, as long as you would watch, as long as the adults would watch the movie with their kids, because there are some aspects that aren't all suitable. You know, so like mild violence here and there, because this is rated PG, obviously. But all in all, this was a total blast from beginning to end, and I wanted more. After when this ended, like, give me Beyond Spider-Verse right now. Like, coming from the characters, you have Miles Morales. I'm not going to butcher his name. You know, Shomak Moore. I'm not going to say his name. I know I kind of did butcher it, and that's not being stupid of me. That's just my honesty. But he's so good in this movie. Miles Morales is really the most, you know, Spider-Man in general kind of feels coming of age in general. With this, it feels like we're getting a proper coming of age trilogy, because I don't think we've ever had a coming of age trilogy. Well, Spider-Man, you could say, or Back to the Future, even though that's sci-fi. But he's so good, you know, he's, you know, it takes place a year after, you know, Into the Spider-Verse, and then he's all good. And a humongous highlight in the movie, without a doubt. You know, everybody is talking about this character, Spider-Gwen. She was amazing in here. They really added so much to this character. She had more of a backstory in this film this time. She was really cool in the first film. In this film, they take her on a whole other level, and the chemistry between Miles Morales and Spider-Girl, Spider-Gwen, excuse me, it is very special with their chemistry with one another. And you do, of course, get Oscar Isaac as one of the Spider-Man in here. Spider-Man 2099, if that is Spider-Man, but you know what I'm talking about anyway. Which Spider-Man? He was great as that Spider-Man. You know, you of course do have Jake Johnson, if I remember correctly, if he plays the actual Peter Parker, Peter B. Parker, as well as he did in the first movie. We all know what happens to him in that first film. But here he is not in the movie too much. I wish he was, but looks like in the next film, Beyond the Spider-Verse, he's probably going to have a bigger role, but I'm not going to spoil how, because this is mainly focused on Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen anyway. So then you do, of course, have some other Spider-Men. You have Spider-Punk, played by Daniel Kaluuya, who was such a cool character. Just, I really loved seeing the character. It was just great. And then, of course, the bit that everyone's talking about, all the different Spider-Man that you see in the movie, which I'm, of course, not spoiling anything. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil any major cameos, but I'm going to say the obvious ones that you do see in the trailers. You know, seeing the PS4 Spider-Man, you know, or, well, the PlayStation Spider-Man, you know what I'm talking about. You do, of course, have the Unlimited Spider-Man, the sequel to the actual 90s cartoon, the animated series of Spider-Man, where it came out along with the Batman animated series and the X-Men animated series. Then, of course, you do have the Spectacular Spider-Man in there. You know, he's mentioned in the tray that people have been exclamation that. I'd love to go into more cameos, but I don't want to spoil this. I am just going to be as vague from now on. But all in all, guys, this doesn't just have great action. It also has great emotion, and that is the whole point about making a movie. You know, characters are in movies for a reason. You know, give them a backstory, and they succeeded with this movie, and just it's all the better for it. Just, it's the best new release film I've seen since Top Gun Maverick, and I hope we get more films like that. We probably are going to after a couple of mixed bags from this year. With this film, it's probably the best. Even although we've got Mission Impossible 7 coming out, this is probably the best part 1 anything I've seen. It's that good, guys. I mean, if you're a Spider-Man fan, you of course have got to see this. I mean, or if you're just a movie fan, I would recommend seeing the first film before you do go into this one. But I think this is a movie for all ages. But overall, guys, I absolutely love Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse anyway. You know, it is just a great sequel to one of the best sequels I've seen. It is one of the best comic book movies I've seen. Like, it is right up there. Just, I love everything about it. Just, it's that good. So there you go. That's my review on Across the Spider-Verse. So comment down below, let me know below what you guys thought of this movie. Let me know below in the comments. Let's have a great discussion down there. And as always, if you're new to my channel, I'm a movie reviewer from the UK, likes to do movie reviews, and classics on special occasions, even though I haven't done one in a while. But I'll probably do that sometime again. But as always, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share this video, and notify that bell before you leave. And as always, until my next video, I shall see you then, and peace.